What is up and welcome to another edition of Worth a Watch with me, Anthony Flores. This is going to be my review for the new movie Ride Along, starring Ice Cube, Kevin Hart, Tika Sumpter, John Leguizamo, and Laurence Fishburne. Now this is what you call a very average by-the-books comedy. It's nothing different, but with the very exception of the very talented and very energetic Kevin Hart. The whole premise of the whole movie is that Kevin Hart is a I guess if you can call it that, a soon-to-be cadet of the police academy, and he really wants to prove to his soon-to-be brother-in-law, which is played by Ice Cube, and trying to prove himself to him, as well as asking for the blessing to marry his sister, played by Tika Sumpter. And from then on, we have our ride-along situation. Ice Cube taking him on some of the most absurd ride-alongs you could ever see, and it turns out to be a bit of a joke until it gets to the realistic bad guy that Ice Cube's character is trying to hunt down for some time now. And from then on, it just goes from, I guess, just the basic by-the-books comedy, as I said, and it goes towards a bit of an action film stuff thrown in there. It's a little bit of everything, and it's got a decent balance. It's a very, just a overall very energetic script. I thought it was actually paced fairly decently. It wasn't boring. I laughed quite a bit in this movie. Kevin Hart, man, the guy is a very energetic comedian. I really love his style when it comes to acting. I don't care for his stand-up too much. I don't laugh very often with his stand-up, but as a comedic actor, I think he does so much better, and he shines very, very, very brightly, because he was the main focus of this movie, that you got all the laughs. A good chunk of them, though, unfortunately are spoiled by the trailer, but if you've yet to see the trailer, then you're in a much better shape. But aside from that, there was actually a good amount of funniness still in the movie, so it's not a complete total loss. But again, trailers that do that shit, I hate that so much. It's a bit of cliche. You kind of can call the ending, and you can definitely see where the bad guys are, who they are, and where they're going to come about, and what's their deal and whatnot. That's the only downer part, but aside from that, it's a really fun movie. I was very entertained. I laughed a lot and often, and that's always something that a comedy should strive for, and not just be a giant lull, then a few laughs, a giant lull, and this and that. So it's a really enjoyable comedy. I definitely say it's worth checking out. Aside from the predictableness and the not, just the very by-the-books type film that it is, it's, as many people could probably say, it's a buddy cop movie in a way. It just follows that whole pattern of a plot and script, whatever you want to call it. It unfortunately falls into that category, but I'd say Kevin Hart along with Ice Cube give it a nice freshen up twist in their chemistry on screen. And as I said, Kevin Hart is the main star of this movie. He really brought a lot to this movie. Without him, this movie would be just any other buddy cop movie. So if you're a big fan of Kevin Hart, I highly recommend it. Aside from that, then you may just say, give it a rental. So that should do it for my very quick review. I had a very good time with this movie. It's not the best movie of the year or the comedy of the year or anything, but it's a lot of fun. My final rating is 6.5 out of 10. So thank you for watching this little review of Ride Along. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to comment below and what are your thoughts about this movie right here. So thanks again for watching. I'm Anthony Flores with Worth a Watch, and keep going to the movies.